Start reading things.
Okay, here we go. So we've been doing addition and subtraction expressions where we have a chart and we are figuring out what the rule is and then the algebraic expression. Today we're going to be doing the same thing except for we are going to be using multiplication and division to figure out what is going on between the top row and the bottom row. So to get started, we need to be finding out what our rule is and what is our algebraic expression. Okay, so remember we look from top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. And it's okay with these to just have a thought. What are you thinking is happening? And then test it on the next row. The next column. So what do you think is happening from the top to bottom? First of all, it's getting what from top to bottom? Bigger or smaller? Bigger. So are we using division here? No. Are we using subtraction? No. We're only using addition or multiplication. Now, this is a lesson on multiplying and dividing. So more than likely, we're using what? Multiplication. But let's just think, what could it be if it was addition? Because in the real world, life is not broken down into lessons, right? What could it be, Wheeler?
12.
Plus 12. Okay? So he's thinking maybe it's plus 12. I don't know. So let's test it here. 12 plus 12, doesn't equal 36. Okay, but that's good. We tested something. What else could it be? When we're looking at 6 and 18, how do they work together, Madeline?
Times 3.
Okay, so maybe times 3. So let's test it. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, that works. 12 times 3 is 36. That works. Let's do one more. That one's not hard, but it's not fast in my head. So let's skip over here. 20 times 3 is 60. So our rule does work. What is it, Will?
Times 3.
Thank you. Times 3. Now, what are we going to write as our algebraic expression?
What do
you think you want to write, John Hinton?
J times 3 equals n.
J times 3 equals n.
Or like J3n.
Okay. Yeah, because do y'all like this?
No.
What does this look like? What does it look like, Emily?
J times x times 3.
Perfect. It looks like J times x times 3. Now for 5th grade, it's okay. But let's just not make bad habits. We'll have to break later. So what's a really better way to write that? What is it, Andrew?
J.3.
Okay, J dot 3.
Or J.
Oops, I just wrote it. Equals n. Good. Or what's another one? What's another one, Haley?
J3.
J3. Remember, the number always comes first, so it's going to be
3J.
3J. Good.
When you first start algebra
Very good.
in first grade, they do something like algebra is really like the letters and the
Yeah, it's the unknown.
And when they first started it, I don't remember doing a lesson or something about it would go like.
All right, so let's do another graph, another chart. We need 5 columns again. I didn't space those out very well, sorry. And we have Maddie.
You have to have the equals ish on it for either answer.
You don't have to for the expression. So it's okay if it just says J times 3 or 3J. That's okay. All right, and I'll do Tate. So we have 6, 3, 12, 6, 14, 7, 20, and 10. We need to figure out our rule and our algebraic expression. All right. Let's talk first of all about what's happening from the top to the bottom. What's going on? Catherine, tell me about it.
It's getting divided by 2.
Okay, so it's getting smaller, right? It's going from large to small. So we know that it's either subtraction or division. Now, Catherine's saying she's thinking that it is divided by 2. What else could it be? Just looking at this first column. What else could it be, Lynn?
-3.
Yeah, it could be or -3. So let's test them. All right, -3 and divided by 2 both work there. Divided by 2 works here. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 12 minus 3, doesn't equal 6. Let's test the divided by 2 one more time. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Boom. So what is our rule?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2. Now, do I have to write all this business right here? All this pink business that I wrote? No, of course not. That's just what I'm thinking. That's kind of how we're working it through. So then what do you think our algebraic expression is? Good, I'm getting lots more hands. Nolly.
M divided by 2 equals
Good. M divided by 2 equals T. Is it the same thing if I say 2 divided by M equals T? Is that the same equation? No. Who wants to prove it? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. Come on. Who wants to do it? Why not, John Hinton?
Because if M equals 6, and 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 2 divided by 6 is like something weird.
Yeah, so 2 divided by 6 is not even a whole number, is it? We can do it, because we know about that now, but it's not a whole number, so it's not the same thing. You're splitting up 2 different totals is really what's happening. Okay, let's do one more little chart.
5 columns.
Only 4 this time. And here I have some different blanks. T, 2, 3, 4. Then there's a blank, a 16, and a 24. I need my rule, and I need my algebraic expression. All right, you only have 2 places to prove it this time. Again, top to bottom, top to bottom. What's happening here? So who wants to tell me what's happening with this number? Not what you think it is, but what's happening between the top row and the bottom row. What's happening, Andrea?
It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger. So what are my options as far as operations?
Plus and multiply.
Perfect. Addition or multiplication. Absolutely. Those are the only 2 things. So it doesn't make any sense to say we're subtracting.
No.
Because 2 minus nothing is 16. Not 0, nothing. All right, so what's happening? What are my 2 options I can think of? Using addition or multiplication with this first column. Asha, give me my 2 options.
Times 8.
Okay, times 8. Or, if we're going to use addition, what could you use?
14.
Plus 14. Good. All right, so let's try it out. 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, that works there. Boom, boom. 3 plus 14 equals 17, not 24. All right, so what's our rule? What's our rule, Philip? Times 8. What's our algebraic expression? What is it, Rachel? T times 8. How do we want to write that?
18.
Ooh, somebody said it immediately. 8T with a mermaid tail. What's another very good option? Not your best option, because that's this one, but your second best option, Ben.
The dot
Yeah, the dot.
or the print.
8.T. That's probably your third best option.
Yeah, this is
The worst option is this, because you're just going to have to break that habit later. Just go ahead and not even do it, okay? So what do you think is going to go here under T? If T is 2, 3, and 4, what goes down below it? What is it, Emily?
8T.
8T. Perfect. And what's going to go below the 4?
32.
32. because 4 times 8 is 32. How do you feel about it? Look at me, put your hand on your fist on your chest, and give me a fist of 4, please. 4 is I feel great. I could teach somebody. 3 is I feel fabulous. 2 is like, meow. Okay? All right, good.